I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I want to talk about one simple lifestyle change. We've spoken about this over and over again, but we got to keep reminding ourselves that this one simple lifestyle change can have such a positive impact on our weight, on our immunity, on our energy levels, on our productivity, the way that we feel, the way that we handle emotions. Everything in the human body and human mind can be controlled, maintained, and even enhanced when we make this one little lifestyle change. The lifestyle change that we're talking about today is the power of oxygen. Every day, every hour of the day, every second of the day, while we're awake, while we sleep, we are breathing. We need oxygen to power trillions of cells in the human body, in the brain. We can be without water for a while. People who have dry fasted now know that. We can be without food for a while. People who have intermittent fasted and dry fasted know that as well. But we cannot be without oxygen, which is the vital life force that powers every single cell in the human body. And every single cell in the human body powers your heart, your lungs, your kidney, which makes up, your immunity, your thoughts. You notice, sometimes when you're really tired, you have less oxygen in you, you have more negative thoughts, you're more irritable, you're more frustrated, you're more angry. Oxygen powers every single thing. And we got to keep understanding this, because we also understand that in the absence of oxygen in the human body, there are certain bacteria, there are certain viruses which thrive. We all know that cancer cells prefer areas which are less oxygenated. So we also know the power of oxygen when it comes to healing, when it comes to destroying certain bacteria, because many bacteria in the human body cannot survive when there is enough of oxygen in the cells. And right now, if you take a moment and you pause, the way that you're breathing, most of us don't breathe to our full capacity, which makes it so important for us while we train our body physically, while we meditate. It is also important to deep breathe. Now, when we exercise the right way, we automatically put more oxygen in our body. But there are so many people who do not focus on aligning the breath with their moves. Now, yoga teaches you the right kind of yoga. There's the wrong kind of yoga and there's the right kind of yoga. And then there's fad yoga as well. The right kind of yoga, the traditional kind of yoga, teaches you that every movement is aligned with your breath. And that's how you oxygenate more cells. That's how you improve your flexibility. That's when your practice makes you feel better and it's sustainable. People lifting weights, people who are involved in other activities have to learn to align their breath with their movements. It's extremely important to understand that while you're working out, you want to flood your body with the right amount of oxygen. Because when you have the right amount of oxygen, everything works. Your stamina, your endurance, your immunity stays strong the same way. Now, patients or people who have low oxygen saturation levels in the body will understand this. But here's a simple test that you can do tonight to understand the power of oxygen in the human body. Although it's not recommended, this is just an idea. So one way to start feeling drowsy and to possibly push yourself into sleep very quickly is just before you sleep, you take a couple of deep breaths and you hold your breath for a long time. You're keeping carbon dioxide in your system for a longer time. Now, this is not recommended. This is just an experiment for you to understand the importance of oxygen in the body, because carbon dioxide makes us drowsy. And like I said, people who have low oxygen saturation levels, they're drowsy, they start feeling delirious. Some of them hallucinate because they have more carbon dioxide in their cells and less oxygen. So when we breathe, we take in oxygen. We breathe out, we exhale carbon dioxide. That's the waste product, that's the toxin. We keep carbon dioxide longer in our system, everything gets compromised in the human body. So the sooner we get out carbon dioxide, the better it is for us, which means the deeper we inhale, the deeper we exhale, which means we take in more of the life force and we give out more of carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide is not particularly useless because the trees and plants take in that carbon dioxide, make it into oxygen, and we breathe that back in again. And that's the beauty of nature and the harmony that we have to live in. And that's why it's so important that we don't go on cutting trees, and it's so important that one of the best ways to give back to this planet is planting more trees, because that's what sustains us. Not deep breathing, not having some fancy gym membership, working out, all of that stuff. If you don't breathe in the right air, that's going to affect us. So anyway, coming back to the point, in acidic body as well, we've seen people with acidic bodies, the cells are more anaerobic, which means they don't have and they don't hold on to much oxygen, which is why we're sluggish, we feel fatigued, we feel tired, and then we think we need more coffee, we need more tea, we need more sugar, we need more food. Sometimes all you need is more oxygen. Okay, and that's why when you do yoga, the right way, which means you do your asanas, you build towards your pranayama, and you build towards your meditation, that entire oxygen flow in the human body works perfectly. Now, we don't have to find fancy ways of breathing. All you need to do is start breathing. Inhale, exhale. This is one of the best ways to calm you down, because when we're in the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight and flight, that's our stress mode. One thing that can immediately reduce that level and move us into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest, is oxygen. The more you start breathing, the quicker you move into the rest and digest system. That is the system that we should be in when we're eating all of our meals. That is the system that we want to be in before we sleep. That is the system that we want to be in through most of the day. We want our sympathetic nervous system to be activated only when it is required to be activated. And then we want to be out of that system as quickly as possible and move back into parasympathetic nervous system. Your brain is powered with oxygen, which is why sometimes you're feeling sleepy, you're feeling drowsy. All you need to do is sit back with your back straight and take a couple of deep breaths, and you can repower your brain and repower your body with the natural life force, the vital force, which is oxygen. It's as simple as that. So we can keep training our bodies, we can keep doing all of these things, we can keep meditating as well, but we need to make time to ensure that we're breathing the right way. Now, the beauty of yoga and doing all these practices is it trains you to utilize oxygen the right way. The more pranayama we do the right way, we train our lungs to utilize the little oxygen that we breathe in during the day. So it's not about the quantity of oxygen alone, it's about how our body and our lungs utilize the amount of oxygen that we take in with every breath that we make. So this is one super powerful lifestyle, and we've seen people who are struggling to lose weight, they break the plateau only when they start breathing deeply, when they start engaging themselves into exercises like pranayama, yoga, deep meditation, deep breathing. It makes a big difference for your emotions, for your mind, and for your physical self as well. So that's one simple lifestyle change. And look around, it's inexpensive. It's literally free. Oxygen is free, and yet it's one of the most misused and underutilized commodities on this planet. You breathe more, everything changes. The power of oxygen when it comes to your cells, your cellular metabolism, your immunity, and your life. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe.